that. I like that. We're gonna have some fun today. I know I say that a lot. I really, really mean it today. Our entire meeting is focused around fun, right? So here's what we've got on deck for you today. In a second, I'm gonna have a slide deck that'll help keep me on track because we are on a tight schedule. Look at this. I mean, it is tight. So that we can make sure that we're delivering all of the value. We want to do three things at the end of the day today. One, we want to create a little community. Okay, we want you to get to know your neighbors, get to know the agents who are in the room, get connected. Two, we want to give you some value you can take away today, right now, for your business. Right? We're going to talk about the market. We're going to talk about some problems and solutions. Patrick is going to help us with some solutions, and then we're going to take action today. And then the third thing we want to do is send somebody to a Broncos game. Who likes going to football games? Yeah. That's why you're all here today, right? Absolutely. Because I teased you with Broncos tickets. I told you drives would work. Yeah. Food and fun. All right. So so let's dive in if we are rocking and rolling. The very first thing we're going to do today is talk about the rules of the day and play a game. Sound good? Yeah, good. Okay, so here's the rules for today. There are no rules. I'm just kidding. There's plenty of rules. There are some rules at least. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to play games. We are going to participate. All of those things can earn us tickets. At the end of today's meeting, we will have a raffle with these tickets, and the winner will go to a Broncos game, courtesy of Patrick and Cross Country Mortgage. All right. So that's where we're at. You are going to have a bunch of opportunities to earn these bad boys today. You already earned some by being here on time. Yeah.
Totally worth the speeding.
Always worth the speeding. I'm just kidding. If you're at home, you are still going to get the value-packed meeting today. You are still going to get things you can take away for your business right away. Yet you will not be getting raffle tickets because I am not able to just like deliver them at your house right now. So next time when we get together next month, do what you can to be here. What is the date of next month? So you can put in your calendar now. 13th, we're here in person?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. Okay, love it. Let's dive in if we can. We're first game. Let me see if this bad boy is gonna work for me today. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is gonna be so fun. All right. Pick an envelope, any envelope. Yay. All right, guys. Pick an envelope, any envelope. You're going to be working as a team at your table. There we go. All of your envelopes contain 6 properties and 6 property prices. It is your job to match the property to the price. Yeah. For every property that you correctly match to the price, you will earn a ticket apiece for everybody at the table. Okay, if you need more data, I have extra data. Okay, you can have access to that data for 2 whole minutes, but it'll cost you a ticket. Okay, I don't know if you'll need it or not. Open your envelopes. Let's begin. We have 5 minutes to match these up.
Are these?
5 minutes to match them up. Each table has the same one. Each table has the same ones. Yep. Each table has the same ones.
Are we guessing or are we?
Okay.
She didn't say that was first.
Yeah, there's no electronic cheating.
Oh, boo. We're good.
The only cheating I'll accept is if you've actually seen this home or it happens to be one of your listings.
What are our options here?
Oh, we need my daily week.
I'm actually looking at this from one of my clients.
I need to turn it on.
Yeah, it's one
That's
of
good.
them.
Next slide.
I know.
I looked at the slides before I came in. I got a little slide app today so that I can say literally everything I'm going to talk about has a slide. Instead of doing a timer, you have slides.
Oh, you're right. There's a-
Maybe not.
So
Maybe not.
I've got 4.
Slide ground is 28. This is 29. You know, you could get more. I know.
The Southmore Drive, these homes are. No, not that. I bet you it's.
You guys have this in the bag. But where?
I only felt really good about this one. The rest of them are.
Listen, they are just.
All right, guys, 2 minutes down. How are we feeling? 3 minutes to go. Hello. Grab a table. We're working on a
So this is the new
team building case.
Okay. You
I
think
can move.
that's the new one?
I'll just stand.
I think I like that.
Yeah,
Should we look at the,
I think it's
Oh,
true
yeah.
stuff.
what if that's like?
Well, the contract.
just this little-
Well,
I mean, that's a
that's
four bedroom,
four
three
bedroom.
bath.
I probably talked
All
about
of them
this
are 4 bedroom, 3 baths.
problem, and then they're
Oh,
like,
no,
let's go see it.
Yeah,
And they're all really sweet and
they're very similar
Oh, I can't see this guy.
homes.
Yeah, that's what
East.
it's out.
Think Kansas.
Yeah,
Think Kansas.
So is this what we're going with? Is this
Right.
the price is right?
Final answer.
I know, if you need more data, it'll only cost you a ticket.
And if you get
So we
bonus.
just look at the data?
Whose ticket?
We have
Whoa.
sacrifices.
Everybody gets one ticket.
Is it bad data? Only if the price is right.
It is, I'm 100% on this one, so I put it yesterday.
I love that. I love it. It pays to be an active agent in this market. You guys have 2 minutes left. If you feel confident, that's what your paper clips are for. You want to paper clip them together so that you don't run the risk of messing them up.
I feel like it is impactful. This doesn't look at it's.
There's a lot in common here. Lots of tables. All right, guys,
15 square feet?
60 seconds remain.
60 seconds.
Yeah, but I'm like doing like.
I know.
It's so just because of how it looks.
Nobody wanted more data, huh? I have pictures. I have MLS sheets.
Okay.
There's two
We need to
models.
write my resales up.
That's
but
great.
That's a new.
Well, there's two models. This is the
Did you
H26.
see
It's
this
down
one
for
you
yours.
thought?
All right, guys, you got 30 seconds left.
Just like. You think that that one might be-
I know, right?
Yeah, I say that.
Right in the front.
Yes.
She said.
I
feel like, yeah, probably pretty solid. So you need to, these are. You need to-
Yeah.
But it's right across the street from the park.
That they're not switching stuff around as we go. All right, the time is coming up.
Did you just
Take
put
your-
your cheeks?
Take your, yes, I did. I said, Bonnie, I know these folks. These are my people. If they ain't cheating, they ain't trying. So, all right.
Oh, wait a minute. You're killing me.
That was my dad. That was my dad coming out. All right.
They verified none of the agents, these aren't anybody's listings or?
I don't think so. I honestly, I didn't look that hard. Could be. Take your paper clips and secure your final choices. Bonnie and Amy are going to help us determine the winners at the end. We'll see how many tickets every person at your table is gonna get. Are you guys ready? What do you think was the $700,000 house?
Okay, what was our 700,000?
Does everybody have the same sheet?
Everyone had the same ones. And will you click on the? Yeah. Yeah, on that. Yes, there we go. The house in Albert, Purple Mountain Trail, that bad boy was 700. Who got it? All right. All right.
It's done, we got that one wrong.
Here we
Like,
go.
right off the bat, like, yeah, that's all.
750 on
Scuba Drive.
Yeah. Got it.
That's two for this
All
table. No?
Okay.
We're
Let
getting
me
a
jump
thousand.
up.
We're not getting any done.
I know somebody got this. 826.
Prairie Peak Trail, 826.
826 on Prairie Peak.
We got that one right.
All right, let's see. Then we jump up a little bit to 920 in Parker. Marcus has a 3-car tandem garage, really beautiful property at
And how am
920.
I
You got it. Oh, all right. And then we go to Highland Ranch at 975.
Got that one
Oh,
right.
Got one.
Swap those two the last meeting.
Did you guys get that one? No, you're still at 2.
We're gonna hold it. Please don't leave with that photo in the MLS also, by the way.
That's awful.
Right?
And then rounding it out in the very, very desirable Southmore neighborhood at 1.895.
How would you know that's a 1.895 with that picture? Oh, it's across from the park. Sounds
It's a Remax season.
Yes. Who got it? You guys had it. I know, I saw that. I love it. What was
I just like the-
2.
Two.
We got a ticket.
Two for everybody.
2, and then you guys got 1, and they got 1.
Awesome.
They got 4.
They
They
got.
got-
That's the other shit, it's
over
swapped
there.
with the last
Shame.
season.
All right.
I think they was cheating. I think Rick was cheating. I'm cheating. I'm not smart enough to cheat. I have to work at this.
That is awesome. You know, they've got a ringer, Nick, who is our sponsor today, just actually toured one of those homes.
To be fair, we would have got it anyway.
Fun stuff.
Now, next month we can do the same things, but they made these that sold at what they actually sold.
Actually,
None of these selling for that number.
Bonnie and I have a game already lined up for that. We're excited about it.
Of course
All right.
you do.
All right, look at that, we're staying right on track. Hey, Donna.
Yes.
What do you got for us today?
Something that nobody wants to hear, I'm sure.
Oh, boy.
Just saying. Okay. Okay. Let me give you, I got 4 things today. One is, once you close your listings, please get it in put it in sold. Within, I would say, 1 or 2 business days. They're gonna start finding you if you do not do this. Please do it. So I'm gonna turn somebody in shortly because it closed last week and it's still in the MLS. So there you go. You're gonna be thrilled to hear that Dora has taken their position statements and pared them down from 46 to about 26. I'm in a meeting on the 30th with Davian to go over those because they're like this long and I'm not gonna read all 26 of them. He's gonna do the highlights and we'll cover that. It's important because some of those changes are going to affect everybody. So if you get an email with them, please just go through and at least look and see what those changes are, just by the name, because some of them really are going to affect you. And as I know more, I'll let you know. The next one is what I'm getting phone calls are on, oh my gosh, my house hasn't sold in 3 days.
Yep.
And I'm sure the advisors are getting the same calls. Do me a favor and attend Ricky's CMA class whenever you have it. And don't look at months back, look back at weeks. Because what's happening is the market has shifted, if no one has noticed that. I know Patrick and I have. But what the problem is, you guys, you go to your listings and you set up your sellers to think that they're going to sell in like 3 to 5 days. And they're not. We, right now in my area, which is a hot area in townhomes, had one go on the market at $625, it is now down to $599. And that is less than 2 weeks.
We're gonna take a look at some numbers
Yeah.
today too.
So what I'm
Great
saying
example.
is it's vitally important for you guys to start paying super attention to your pricing. Because you're gonna get some really crappy sellers if you did not set them up for this shift. Other than that, thanks for all the phone calls, guys. Yes, Ricky.
Since it's June 20, whatever it is, do you have a crack update class for this year on the schedule?
You can go to Smedra. I can't teach it here anymore.
Oh,
Let me just say that
makes me sad.
Van Ed will not allow me to do it here anymore.
All right.
So what I would encourage you to do, it's free, because most everybody in the office belongs to Smedra. And it's free. I will be teaching one, but not towards the end of the year, but you can go in, they have 2 or 3 a month.
Okay.
Is what they do, and they're all free, so. It's just 4 hours of your time, and you have to do that for next year. You will not have to do that, Miss Lisa, because you got your license this year. Next year, however you will. Okay.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Bob.
Yeah, anybody else have a question? Great.
All right, let's stay on track. Hey, Bonnie.
Okay. Yeah, I have a
Oh, I did it.
point for you two. I wasn't gonna show.
I'm like, it was me. There we go. It's game time.
We gotta get some.
Right. All right, so is this a individual game or a team game? Individual game, all right. So this is you against you.
40 you have 40.
I think Mike, we're going with me on that one.
Absolutely. That's all you, all you can't be biking numbers. Establish veterans.
So we'll do, how long do you want to do, 5 minutes?
We're out in the building.
How long do they need for this?
Maybe cooperative.
Because I have 3, but we're a little ahead.
What was that?
We can do 4. We need 4 minutes for this. Yep.
All right, everybody gets 4 minutes.
And then you get a ticket for completing it?
Completely.
What is this?
You get a ticket for each one you get right. Oh, I like that a lot. A ticket for each one you get right.
Ready, set,
Go. All right.
Do we need a timer?
Yeah, go for it.
depends on how exactly.
You're all expressed.
Oh.
Don't cheat. Michael, stop looking at my paper.
Oh, these are fun. Can I do one, Bonnie?
I'm not good at this.
Yes.
You guys cheating?
Give me a dollar.
Just Michael.
Just my.
Hello, bus.
2 minutes.
Okay, I can get it for you.
I don't know, we were in, you know, make it easier, so that we don't accidentally hand out those things.
Yeah, that's good. For sure. My bad.
1 minute.
Take it for everyone you get, correct? Yep. Oh, damn. Gotta make lots of tickets. It's gotta be like a real raffle. A real raffle, as opposed to a fake one. We need lots of chances to win. Yes, I agree. $20. 10 seconds.
I love these so much better.
Adam's got the whole thing done.
I do. There was only one of them I really struggled with. And I put somebody else out. I was like, try pins down.
Time's up.
Bonnie, are you going through it or do you want me to? You want to show? Okay, what was the first one?
You guys ready? First one was adding insult to injury.
Yay.
We used to do it at the end or?
Yeah, count how many tickets you got on your sheet. That's that's much better.
Yay. The second one was a bit under the weather.
Yeah.
Ah,
The third one was
come on.
the ball is in your court.
Yay.
Fourth one was let the cat out of the bag.
Oh, I have cats in the bag.
So I'm from the Midwest, we do things a little different.
Cats in the bag, baby. Woo!
You never ever heard that.
Looks like it's
I like that one.
I had to give it to the
Cats out of the bag. I think that's
What the goose is for to, isn't it?
All right, the fifth one is beat around the bush.
Wow, look at you guys.
The sixth one was no one to blame.
That one was tough. That was right after you get it?
No.
Oh.
I've never seen.
Do you need the word no in that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The last
Oh, yeah. The seventh one is yellow belly.
Yeah.
Big yellow belly.
Yellow belly.
I like it.
Eighth one is take from the rich, give to the poor.
Oh, my star.
The ninth one is three blind mice. And then a green-eyed monster.
How about green monster?
Clearly eyes on the outside of monster.
Tiebreaker.
Okay, and the All right. Oh, this is fun. Hey, let's keep having some fun. Happy birthday, June babies. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Troy and Ricky and Brittany and Jacqueline and Heather and Shirley and Tammy and Cynthia and Bonnie and Catherine and Debbie. And Bonnie's the only one here. So should we go ahead and just
Give Bonnie an.
Happy birthday. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, go.
Yes.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I got 8. Happy birthday, dear Bonnie. Happy birthday to you. something
So,
awesome
don't worry about it.
or something hilarious for Bonnie, I think this Friday for her birthday, that'd be great.
I'm pretty sure it's this
Those in
Friday.
there?
I think it is.
Exactly.
She
She doesn't hear any of it.
Bonnie, she loves these things. Oh, did you?
Oh, good.
Yeah, we're gonna take her to a restaurant.
And it will always be her birthday. Well, happy anniversary. Congratulations on another year in business with us to Jimmy and Brent and Bernie and Carrie and to me. And to Crystal and Larry and
I
to
didn't
Crystal
see
and
it. The wrong
Castro.
answers.
Congratulations, guys. Woo, and welcome everybody to the office, to Selena and to Mr. Joy Frazier, if you're watching at home, Andy, to Kelly Morley, Melissa, Uriel, Nirna, Matt, and Lisa, welcome! All right, and joining the coveted 100% club and capping in May, Miss Shirley Pettit and Ryan Davis. Congratulations, you guys. And for lining them up and knocking them down. Congratulations, Heather. And Tamara. All right, and then congratulations on a couple more firsts, Miss Sarah Murphy with her first closing. And Rachel with her first closing. Congratulations to you guys if you're watching at home. And on having an awesome May. Congratulations to the top 3 in listings. The success group with 6, Ryan Davis with 5, and Mary Roth with 3. And then top written volume in May, Ryan, Mary, and the Ben Kinney team. Congratulations, you guys. Here's where you stand year to date. Take it all in. On top, the Geyer group with Ryan and Co. coming in behind you. And then we have the Ben Kinney team, the Distinct group. Woo! Debbie Dobin. The Baker team, Mary Roth, the Success Group, Gwen Ham and Lauren Cross. Congratulations, you guys. We're talking fast, and I think that means it's time for another game. We need a quick one. We need a quick game.
Alright, this can be super quick.
Okay.
So you're just gonna make as many words out of the word on top as you can into this game.
They get what, 2 minutes for this?
No
Yeah.
cheating.
Don't let
3
them
letter
start.
words, 4 letter words, you have a minimum?
You have to use all the letters. No, as many letters for.
Okay, 2 minutes, 30 now. There we go.
They don't all have.
Yeah, we don't have a paper. It
Wait,
can't be starting.
Thing.
Oh.
What are we supposed
Just
to
like
make?
What, tell me
Word?
again?
Just make a word out of those letters.
Oh, out of these letters, okay.
You can only use each letter once.
Oh, wait.
What?
Oh, in the word.
In the word, oh, okay.
So you can't use.
I was like, this is gonna be a short game. We're gonna be sitting around for 2 minutes.
said a short game.
We need to put that on the list for next month.
Yes.
We need a,
Jeopardy music.
we need a noise machine. We need a buzzer and we need a bell and we need game music. And we need, what else do we need? We probably need a laugh track and a clap track.
Oh, there.
And then we're gonna need to hire somebody full time to just like, to just run your team.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, goodness. How many words you guys got so far? 5? Something now. 20?
10, 12, 14,
Can be
16.
Spanish words.
Heidi is an overachiever. She is getting all of the tickets.
I love Boggle.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, there's a few of you who are just like, that last puzzle wasn't for you, but this one is. You'll notice right away, I did not grab a sheet.
All right, I
I
have to
can
stop handing out stuff. I keep missing people.
I can make 2 words out of that word. I can make the real and the word estate.
30
About it.
seconds.
Do they know that I'm trying to distract them by talking?
Yeah,
it
it
is
is
very
very
bad.
bad.
I was paying attention too.
That's probably what we also need, is something to keep me occupied while they're doing this.
Well, I have some more on the
Make my
reading.
own game. Okay.
So don't worry.
3, 2, 1. Time's up.
All right, so we can do it either the person with the most, we can do the person with the most unique. That's gonna take a while to grade.
Heidi, how many did you get?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22,
What?
26,
Heidi
27,
wins.
30, 34, 36.
Wow.
36.
She does.
I'm so proud of my 13.
So
Some of them were real
I think she
mistakes.
does.
Like somebody can beat that.
I say 5 tickets, 4 tickets, whoever else is next, 3, 2, and then everybody else gets 1 for at least getting words on paper.
Alright,
So
love
that's
to play
good.
ball.
Let's go. Let's go.
5 for you.
Wow.
The next highest, the 31, Ricky.
I mean, it's- honestly, think of every word that you have on there and add an S to it, it'll double it.
Who's next?
What are we
counting? We're at 31. Who has the next highest on 31?
I have 13.
I have 18.
There you go.
I have 19.
All right.
I heard 19, 18, 13, you guys get, oh, 18, we've got another 18 over here.
June 19. Who else had 18?
I had 18.
Lisa's.
Thank you.
I have 56.
You did not. You lied.
Your family looks a lot like mine might have, Michael, except for
Everybody else is
longer. All right, keep your phones out, because I see you all just hold them. Put these dates in there. Let's do that. Monday mornings at 9 a.m.
You should
masterminds with Ricky. This is a very important conversation. There's a lot going on in the market today. There are a lot of things to be discussing with your peers in this setting. So make sure that you're on for that. Monday mornings, 9 a.m. on Zoom. Lunchtime, Monday at noon on Zoom with Donna, that's contracts class. Client appreciation pool party, that's tomorrow, yay! Hopefully you invited your people, otherwise we'll just see you at the pool. But this is for you to invite your guests. We're at H2 O'Brien Pool tomorrow night. We've got snacks, refreshments, Kona ice, all kinds of stuff. Thank you to our fabulous events committee for doing this. Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Give her 2.
Right.
But not 3. I'm just
We
kidding.
gotta draw the line.
Next week, we are not having a team meeting, but we do have Top Agent Mastermind at noon. It's on Zoom. It is by invitation only, so they have already gotten an invitation to that. And then Thursday, all day here in this room, we've got lunch coming. Jake is coming to do his investor series. You've heard of this before, you maybe even have gone before to a 5-part series that he's done in the evenings. This is a 1-day event where he's putting that information in. It's a great way for you to get a refresher. If your investment partner or significant other can take the day and join us, they are welcome also. So make sure you're here. This is the type of market where fortunes can be made, right? There's a lot of opportunity right now. And just generally speaking, you should always be thinking about building your wealth through real estate investing as a real estate professional. So great way to learn how to do that. We are closed for the 4th of July. I hope you guys are taking the day off. Please, please, please take some time for yourself. And then the following Wednesday, right after the 4th, we are having an open mastermind on Zoom about the shifting market. So we're specifically going to be talking about what's happening in the market, how to navigate some of those pieces, how to have those conversations with your clients, how to price properties, all of those pieces. So that's on Zoom on the 6th. And then on July 18th, Carl Batiste, who's a national real estate trainer, coach, mega agent, is going to be teaching his listing systems in the listing clinic. That is July 18th from 10 to 3, somewhere, a little further north from here in Broomfield, I think. You can snap this QR code, or you can go to kwcoloradoevents.com to register.
Is that in person only?
This is in person only. Yep, this is an in person only event. It is a regional hosted event. Mega Agent Camp, this is happening in August. It is both in person and digital, 2 days in Austin in August, all about what the top agents in the country are doing to be successful in this market right now. I guarantee you there are conversations there you don't want to miss. So get your tickets. You can go to events.kw.com or megaagentcamp.kw.com. We'll get you those tickets too. And
Are there,
then
real quick, are there anybody who has a, is there anybody who has a maths coach that's not gonna go? Are you going?
I'm
to
not
go?
going, I'm digital though. I registered this morning. The digital's really affordable as well, so.
yeah, it's like
That's super
$129 I
Yeah,
think.
it's
It's really good.
We'll chat afterwards.
Okay.
In person.
So, your first home, this is the type of market where a first-time home buyer may have a little more success because inventory is going to be a little bit better. And you'll be better prepared for that. Keller Inc. is re-releasing your first home. You can pre-order it now with that lovely QR code. They're available here right after Mega Camp. I think September-ish is their print release date. So you can get those now. I'll leave it on the screen for a second.
What is, I missed what that is exactly.
Your first home, it's actually a published book that's all about the steps of home ownership and the value of home ownership. It's designed for you to be like a leave behind or an item of value for your potential home buyers. It says your first home, but it's actually a great kind of guide for anyone who maybe hasn't bought a home recently, right? Or they're looking to do the move up buy, right? So it's a really good item of value that you can leave.
We have a copy of the old one up front, so if you want to look at it, it's up there. And we've also already ordered some for the market center, so they should be
Yeah.
here as soon as they're released.
Yeah. But you get discounts by buying these like by the case if you want them to and all of those things. Oh,
We don't have time.
Okay.
Did it again.
we'll have opportunity for one more
Yes.
if we play nicely. Okay, so here's the deal. We're gonna play this quick video because it sets up the conversation we're about to have. And we're gonna introduce you to a couple of our partners through Keller Williams Realty International, who you may not know. So let's do that.
Hello, Keller Williams, and welcome.
Will you
If
turn
you
that up?
are new to our company, welcome to our company. You might not have seen us before. My name is Mark King. I'm the president of Keller Williams Realty International, and you are?
My name is Rebecca Rupp. Sorry, guys.
Donna, will you take that knob behind you, just turn it a little bit? Thank you.
It's on the, oh, there it is. Okay.
So will you move the speakers to the other speakers?
Hello, Keller Williams.
You're like,
I'm guarding my ears.
Hello, Keller Williams, and welcome. If you are new to our company, welcome to our company. You might not have seen us before. My name is Mark King. I'm the president of Keller Williams Realty International, and you are?
My name is Rebecca Rose, and I run the operations for Mark King here.
That's right. And so one of the things we want to do is have a monthly message of things you can be thinking about as we navigate this market that we're in. Keep in mind, we are in a 14-year economic expansion. And your only job as a top agent in your market area is to
Focus on units and become the local economist of choice.
That's right. You got to know your numbers better than any of your competitors because you will be that beacon of hope that people run to when the market shifts. And we're already seeing signs of the shift.
We're already seeing them on the coast. This is what we know happens is because of our size, we can see things before others can. And it's time to start paying attention.
Yeah. What's interesting is you mentioned the data that we have. Last year, 1 in every 5 houses sold in the United States had a Keller Williams agent attached to it. So we have data for 20% of the home sales, the 6.1 home sales last year, 6.1 million. And so what we need to do is make sure we position you as a local economist of choice. And when you do that, you will become the voice for all of your clients and all the other agents in the marketplace.
You know, make sure that your market center is providing you with the tools you need, like the language of real estate, and that you're walking through this at team meetings so that everyone can understand how to bring the most value to both your buyers and your sellers.
I love it. We wish you an amazing Q3 and Q4, and we look forward to an amazing next year for you. Have a great day.
Mark and Rebecca are so nice. They teed this up. Let's talk
Hello,
about.
Keller Williams,
not
and
that.
welcome.
There we go. The language of real estate. So they teased it, right? Now is the time where we need to be on top of the market. right? Being the local economist of choice has always been important as a real estate agent, but at times like this, where the media has a message that may be different than the actual reality of the market, it's even more important that that our message is helping our buyers and sellers accomplish their goals, okay? Here's what I wanna show you guys. LORE stands for the language of real estate. These are the 8 key categories in the MLS that we track regularly. They tell stories. They really boil down to how many units are closed, how many listings are taken, how many listings sold, and how many contracts are written. And then we look at the volume for those as well. They tell different stories when you look at both of those. So here's what happened in May, okay? In May, we closed 14% more units than we did last May. So we had a rockin' May. Did everybody feel that? Lots of closings, everything was, woo, great time, right? For the year so far, we're at 4% over last year. And if you guys remember, last year was a record breaker, right? Last year was an all-time record in every category. And through May, we were up over last year. Why is everybody so concerned about what's going on, right? Seems like everything's coming up roses, isn't it? Look at this. We took 38% more listings this May than we did last May. That's a ton. Aren't your buyers so happy? There's like actual houses to choose from. Who got to spend like a whole Saturday showing like 7 homes to one buyer? Nobody? Okay, just me. Okay. Year to date, we've actually taken 18% more listings. Okay, so people finally like, oh, this might be the top of the market. I'm gonna sell. I'm excited. Let's sell our house. They're ready to go. And you guys are helping them sell at a record pace. Let's jump all the way down here to contracts written. One of these numbers is not like the other. We wrote 37% fewer contracts this May than we did last May. 37% fewer homes went under contract in 2021 than in 2022 than in 2021.
You look at the month though.
Year to date, it's 11% less.
But month over month. we're
Month
down
over month,
37.
it was 37% less.
And that could be just because you didn't have to write as many contracts, it wasn't as much.
So this
competition.
actually tracks how many properties got marked pending in RE Colorado.
Okay.
So 37% fewer properties were marked pending in RE Colorado. Okay. So just gonna highlight that, right? 38% more listings. What does that mean? An increase in inventory. We're looking at more inventory, right? And then when we combine that with that 37% decrease in under contracts, that's the activity on the market. That's why it feels wonky right now, right? That's why people are saying it's happening, this is the shift, right? Because what that means is in the month of May is a 75% swing in inventory over last May, right? That's not a bad thing. It's a thing. It's a thing we should know about. It's a thing we should talk about. It's a thing that may create some problems and we can bring solutions, right? So that's the way I want you to think about it when you're looking at these numbers. What jumps out at you as being a problem that could have caused this number, right? And what's the solution that you can bring to that? So last month, in 36-12-3, you guys were here, all of you were here. Actually, a lot of you were here for that. It was awesome. But we started tracking numbers. We're still tracking them. This QR code gets you to this tracker if you want to. I'm still tracking 3 or 4 days a week. You can see it live or you can copy it and make it your own, right? But check this out. Active listings today in the MLS, there are 7,230 listings, right? A month ago, there were 5,156, 2,000 more listings in the MLS today than there were just 4 weeks ago. And where it gets really interesting is we're outpacing new listings coming on the market over properties getting marked pending for the first time consistently all year and since COVID, really.
Sorry, Patrick.
I said, thank God.
Well, so here's the thing, this can be a really, really good thing, right? It also means our businesses are probably a little different now. They might feel different. And if we're not paying attention to this, we're gonna be behind the 8 ball. And what's going to happen is our businesses get stagnant because we're not keeping up with what's happening in the market, okay? So I invited Patrick here today because we're gonna talk about the problem and some solutions in the market, okay? Here's the problem, right? I might be off base with this, but here's some things that I've heard. I'm hesitant to jump into the market because of the economy, because of what I'm hearing, because of interest rates, because the media is saying this is bad, or because maybe I see that like a crash is coming and I'm gonna wait for home values to hit the floor, right? Which isn't gonna happen. Or maybe I was in the market 3 months ago or last year and I got outbid on like 8 properties and I just gave up and I couldn't do it anymore. Or maybe I am looking to sell my house and buy and the numbers no longer work. You had one of those very recently, didn't you? Right? So we're gonna talk about some solutions. You can partner with your lender to create these solutions, to create a more affordable solution for your seller or for your buyers, utilizing seller concessions at closing. You can also utilize this as a solution for your sellers, right? To increase their net and make their property more attractive to buyers. We're gonna look at all of those things. Here's a couple of things that I want to just tease you on. There's some easy ways to do this. Whenever you have a tool in your tool belt, it's gonna do 2 things for you. You guys know this, right? It's going to help you with the clients you have. It's going to help you with solutions for your buyers and sellers today, but it also creates something you can attract new buyers and sellers to. So we're putting together a program where you can use this solution to attract buyers and sellers to you. We're going to be launching this program through the Facebook channel. So over Facebook Live, over the next couple of days, you'll get more information about this and you'll be able to grab and go some marketing material and a strategy to put all of this together. Okay, this is just an example of what some of this marketing material looks like, because now's a great time to shop the best selection of homes in years, right? Years. You can absolutely pick your moving day, right? Buyers and sellers are going to come to the table with flexible negotiations so that you can actually move in before the summer ends, right? You can be situated before school starts, and you can partner with your lender to create a strategy and a solution that gets them an affordable payment. So all of that's going to be launching soon with an easy how-to guide, grab and go graphics for you. And in the meantime, Patrick, let's talk about this a little bit.
Okay.
Do you want me to put your slides up?
Yeah, because I just want to preface a couple things. So first thing, are we in market crash?
No,
No. What do your clients think?
we're gonna.
We're going to have a market crash. What does the media keep saying?
Market's gonna crash.
Market's gonna crash. I want to show you something real quick. We have to be the professional. So this isn't new. This is from CNBC, a specific housing expert reporter, October 2015. We're in a bubble larger than 2006, 5.1% appreciation. If your buyer listened, they missed out on 15,000 growth. That's on a $300,000 home. 2016, we're in a bubble, 5.4% appreciation. Homeownership doesn't build wealth, 6.1% appreciation. It's better to rent than buy, 4.1% appreciation. The housing market is about to shift, 4% appreciation. Here's where it gets crazy. Next year will be hard on the housing market, 16% appreciation. 2021, housing boom is over, 18% appreciation, okay? So if your buyer listened originally, they missed out on over $200,000 in wealth. Okay, now here's what the numbers tell us. We are going into a recession, just so you know, it's gonna happen. What do mortgage rates do in a recession?
Go down.
They go down. We're expecting a recession to hit late December, early January. So everyone locking or buying right now, what are they gonna do next year? Refinance.
Well, Patrick, shouldn't I just wait until next year?
We will go through that. If you, that first slide I showed, if you wait till next year, you're missing out on the appreciation part. All right. This is recessions over, since 1960. The dark blue is a recession. The white line is housing, market. So does the recession affect housing prices
Yes,
historically?
yes.
Well, they go up.
You didn't say it'd go up or down, you said it did affect.
So they go up. What's this? This one
What was the
anomaly,
Oh, 8 with all the orange.
2008. Why did this happen?
Because
Creative
of the
financing.
mortgage.
Lender's fault. Lender's fault. You can buy 10 houses, no money down, 500 credit score, no income verification, no
there.
asset verification, 3-year prepay. If you bought 10 houses with no money down, people were paying you rent and it took the bank 1 year to catch up on the foreclosure while you just kept collecting rent and had no skin in the game and you lost your job, would you keep paying your mortgage?
No.
No. So this is artificially created. This is COVID. And look at the housing market, okay? We are still at a record low inventory, just so you know. We are highest households needing homes ever. I'm breezing through these. This is housing demand. We need 1.4 million houses. Okay? I'm gonna breeze through these. Basically, we're still 200,000 short nationwide. Okay? And
To be
builders are
considered
actually-
balanced or
Huh?
what? To be considered balanced or what?
Based on housing permits, or actually housing completions expected from the builders, that's the only way to get more inventory. We're still gonna be 200,000 behind, and that may even be off, because I've seen builders.
I think it's gonna be a little higher because they did not bill from 07
Okay.
to basically.
This is my favorite one, okay? This is seasonal inventory. What do you notice every spring?
It's up,
Inventory goes up. What's happening right now?
going down.
Inventory's going
Oh,
up.
oh, up,
Is this weird?
yes.
No,
People really.
it's not weird, but it feels weird because we were at 18 and 20% appreciation. So is it, that's why people are calling you freaking out because their home's not under contract in 3 days.
Tell me.
It shouldn't be under contract in 3
No,
days in a
it should
normal
not.
market. Look at the,
6 months,
look at the inventory back here just a few years ago. Was that a competitive market?
very much.
Was it a seller's market? Yes, we're just getting more balance, that's all. Okay? I think that's active listings. Vacancy rates are super low, so investors aren't unloading all of their properties because they have people in them, right? All right. So here's my, that's it, that's all I need for that.
Okay.
If you could go to my website that I logged into. So here's our prediction for mortgage rates and inventory and housing market, okay? The worst enemy of mortgage rates is what?
Inflation.
Inflation. We're expecting inflation to maybe dip next month slightly, and then for 3 to 4 months, it should be increasing even more, okay? And it's just a matter of how they measure it. So this one over here. So on that note, we're expecting rates to continue to rise long-term through the summer into the fall. And then the recession will hit, the Fed's gonna keep raising rates, inflation will start dipping, then the mortgage rates will dip. But home values are still expected to go up 4 to 5%. So when we say there's a shift, the shift is not the market's crashing, the shift is we're going from 20% sell everything in a weekend to 4 to 5%. We gotta be real estate agents and appropriately price our properties. Okay, cool. Now, what does the media say? All that stuff I showed you. Cool. So we need to be the experts. The first thing I'm gonna show you is a seller paid 2-1 buy down. So if you are listing a property or you have a buyer looking at a property, one approach, instead of doing a price reduction, is a seller paid 2-1 buy down, okay? I got glasses this week, can't see.
You should put them on.
All right, so
Sort of the purpose.
There's three columns here. On the left, I have a 2-1 buy down. What a 2-1 buy down is, it's basically, the market rate right now is around 6.25. A 2-1 buy down, you start at 4.25, 2% lower than the normal rate for 1 year. And the next year it'll go up to 5.25. And then the third year, start of the third year, now you're at your normal rate, okay? It saves the client a ton of money, a ton of money. So in comparison, over here I have asking price and so this one I'm assuming a $650,000 home. Let's compare. So that 2-1 buy down costs 20 grand. Okay? So if you were thinking of doing, you're the one who mentioned the town, you said the townhome. Would they drop it? 20 grand? 25 grand.
25 grand.
Okay, so they can drop it 20 grand. That would save a potential buyer $121 per month. Okay? Or they could market seller pay 2-1 buy down. What does that save the client? $764 per month.
For how, for the
For
first
1
year?
year,
For 1 year.
okay? This is your savings over 24 months. So on a price reduction, your client would save the buyer would save $2,700. On a 2-1 buy down, they're saving 19 grand. So which one's better for the buyer?
The buy down.
Cool. If you drop the price to 50,000, by 50,000, this is like 6,000 compared to 20,000, okay? So do you see where I'm going with this?
How you
You'd give back all those savings year 3 and after.
Can't you
Not my problem, 'cause
refi-
it's
can
not
you
my
refi-
Why are
problem.
rates going down?
in
You're
in 8,
assuming
9
they go
months.
down.
They're going down in less than 2 years.
Yeah, but what are rates gonna be in 3 years?
You're gonna refinance in less than 2 years.
Yeah, that's
Every
the
single
game.
person
And
buying
even if
right
you
now.
don't, you're still at just
sounds
that
like
rate.
2008
It's not like an
all
arm
over.
where it's gonna
Check
go
it
up to some
all.
mysterious number that
Home
you don't have
values go
control
up.
of. You
Then
know
you refi.
exactly what it's gonna be.
And
in
what
your
happened?
rate.
It's a game.
So how do we write that in the contract?
Yeah,
You were at
that-
650,
exactly.
you went to 625. I tell you what, I'll give you 645 if you give me $20,000 to do the
Yeah.
2-1 buy down.
Yeah.
But on a concession, they're not gonna give me
You
20,000.
can go up to 3% of
That's
the
not
price.
20,000 at 650.
I'm rounding.
Fair. I'm
It's
just
like
saying.
Even if you took
19.5.
18, you'd get a better deal.
Okay. I just wanna make sure that we read it into the contracts correctly. Because
The only way rates are staying this high is if inflation stays this high, and if inflation stays the Federal Reserve will not let it stay
Yeah.
this high.
That's right.
They will not. We're going into a forced recession. They're gonna raise it another 50 basis points next. Now, I think all this stuff that we're talking about right now, this is the 6 month in this market, this makes sense.
Mhm.
Next year, this stuff doesn't quite make as much sense.
Just like appraisal gaps don't make
Yes.
sense today in this market.
No, they
This
don't.
would be the strategy you would use instead.
So if you have 650 home and you're thinking of doing a price reduction, you could maybe offer a 2-1 buy down, throw this link in your MLS. People can click on it, look at it, have a video explain it. Or if you're going into a home, making an offer for your client, and you're gonna offer $20,000 under, this may be a better option for them. But I can guarantee you, well, I guess I can't guarantee you, 99.9% rates are dropping. Okay.
100%.
So that's one approach. The other option,
Patrick, can I ask, do you have any other agents that have written that into their contracts to give us an idea of how it looks and if it was accepted?
all you have to do is seller paid closing costs.
Yeah, so this is gonna be much more about the communication you have with the agent on the other side. And the contract is really simple. You put the dollar amount in seller concessions. You don't need any additional language. You don't need to explain what it's for or anything like that. Am I correct, Anna?
Yes,
It's just that
but
simple.
if you do need to educate yourself as to why you put those seller concessions
Yeah.
in and why you're paying this price versus this price.
And you don't wanna send that blind to a
No.
listing agent. You
No.
need to walk them through it.
Yes.
Have your lender partner walk them through it, like what Patrick's done here is a spreadsheet with a video overlay that you can send to your to the listing agent and talk to them about the value of this. It'll help your seller net more money and it actually saves our buyers money. Look at this win-win. Can
Do
we
you guys wanna see another
Get
one?
on
You
there
okay if
today.
we go a little over?
Yeah,
consensus?
yes.
We good?
Yeah.
So
Alright.
this will make Michael feel better.
It's not OA, Michael.
So you don't have to do the 2-1 buy down. You can just do a straight buy down if you're concerned about rates staying elevated. So in this one, the market rate 6.25. Same dollar amount, 20,000 from the seller. You can buy the rate down to 5.5. The client saves 300 bucks a month, the buyer, forever, always. Okay, that rate's not gonna change. That's on a 30-year fix. The price reduction, over a price reduction, you're still saving 15 grand over the first 5 years, if you don't think rates are gonna go.
So $300 a month, it takes 67 months to pay that 20 grand. back.
Yeah, so here's your price reduction. The buyer saves 15 grand. The permanent buy down is 30 grand, okay? I'll show you one more. This is I want to show you a two-year comparison. I can see rate buy down, lot and shop, and first time.
Lock and shop, when you guys are working with Patrick, are you guys taking advantage of that? Having your clients lock before identifying the property? Such a great idea right now, with rates being as volatile as they
Here
are.
we go.
Gonna save them money.
All right, here's a rent versus own. Maybe I didn't do this one right. I'll get you a rent versus own, but basically it was showing essentially, if you buy at that $650,000 price point, your payment's gonna be higher than rent, okay? About $1,000 if you're looking at like 2,600 for rent, for like a 3-bedroom. However, what's included in that $1,000 extra payment? Principal, which is savings, okay, so it's not a cost. What else do you get?
Tax deductions.
Taxes, so it netted to owning was about $200 cheaper, okay? All said and done, if you just stayed renting and put all that extra money in a savings account, okay, that was earning interest, you would if you buying, you'd be worth about $85,000 in 2 years. Savings, you'd be worth about 50,000. So your net with buying is $35,000 in additional wealth. And that's only if you have the discipline to put the money in savings when you were renting, okay? Why do I use a 2-year scenario? Because they're all gonna refinance in 2 years, and that savings is gonna get exponentially better for owning, okay? So these are the conversations I wanna have with clients. I wanna slap the media. They are creating a bunch of fear and hype that is unprecedented. People should be buying now. If you need a home, you should buy now. You should not rent and wait. So I can do all these different scenarios specific to your client. I'll send out the links so you can see them because I do a video in them. And if you want to ask more questions about them, feel free.
Do you also have the option of paying mortgage insurance up front instead of putting it into the monthly payment for people who the monthly payment?
You
is
can, there's a break even point on that. It really
Right.
depends on how much they're putting down. Another thing I don't think you should do right now is pay points to buy down a rate. Why?
Refinancing.
Because we're gonna refinance. So there's a break even point when you pay points. So I have another one in here that shows breakdown of paying points or paying par. What is Quicken Loans advertising right now?
Points.
2 points on every deal. Is that the right decision for your client? It's a horrible decision. They'll probably lose 3 to 5 grand over the next 2 years by doing that, maybe even more. That's if they make it 2 years and refinance. If they refinance in 1 year, they lose even more. Does that make sense? So, a really low rate with a really bad plan is way more expensive and a competitive rate with really good advice.
I just got one of those e-flyers, like while we're sitting here, from a $265,000 property in the Springs, and they're literally now offering a $10,000 buy down.
There you go. So you help your clients, you can do the permanent
On
or
our
the,
listings, if you show that in the MLS, anything that says buy down or rate decrease or anything like that is gonna catch
yeah,
attention.
and keep in mind on the permanent buy down, 20 grand would get you the same payment as dropping the price 50 grand. So you're saving your seller 30 grand by offering a permanent buy down. But you could say 2-1 buy down, permanent buy down, we have 3% of the price to help you out. Help your buyer out.
Is that how they figure out what the buy down number is 3%?
The 3%, that's the max concession
Yeah.
that you can get with a loan, right?
And if
The
they're-
max seller
yeah.
contribution.
Yep, if the buyer, FHA, you can do 6%, but 3%,
For real?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, 20% down, you
You
can
see
do
a return
6%.
of FHA,
Yes,
huh?
absolutely.
Hands down, why not?
So these are strategies for both your buyers if you're showing property.
Yeah.
And if you say, hey, this is what I think is happening in the market, maybe we approach it, instead of a price reduction, what if we approach it this way?
Does this work for VA loans too?
So,
For asking questions and contributing and asking questions and contributing.
So Ricky not shutting up.
I'll post the links on the Facebook page, there's a video in there. I'm talking to John the borrower, who is not a real borrower, so.
All right,
On the borrower.
Patrick, as we continue to have these conversations over the coming weeks and we prepare our people to win this summer, thank you for being here, for being a partner to us. And I would encourage any of you to sit down if any of this wasn't clear, or if you want to put together something custom, right? If you want to better understand the numbers or use them specifically for strategic marketing or something like that, sit down with Patrick and his team so that you can create that strategy together.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Patrick.
Thank you. And Nick, when is she coming up?
Okay.
It's like finally.
No, I always love listening to Patrick talk. Him and Eric are the best. I'm a little more partial to Eric, though. He's the one out of my office.
You can keep it, well, take Patrick.
Hey, guys. I am Nick Rizzi, so I'm actually a KW agent out of the Highlands Ranch office, Executive Realty, and I am also your segment ambassador for KWYP. But today I came to talk about my wood shop, Would You Kindly. I actually opened this during the pandemic. My very short story is my wife lost her job, and then I had just the worst, sketchiest, reported him to the state boss and got fired for it. Tons of stress was the end result, and we had no health insurance. So my wife was like, you need to go do something before you explode. So I ended up getting into my wood shop, and I started building a ton of really fun wooden creations. But this actually expanded where I was doing a ton, and I started building cutting boards for agents in my office and closing gifts for myself and some lenders. Although Eric's yet, so we'll have to get him on board. So I actually started making closing gifts. I started doing this because the big problem I found is twofold, and I'm gonna pass this around so you guys can see it. Feel free to take it out. Still a tiny bit oily, but there's some paper in there. Big problem is twofold, is a lot of agents are giving movie tickets, maybe something personal, but it's not attributed to you 2 to 3 years down the line when they're going to sell. So you're either giving gifts that are either getting thrown away or they're used once and they're super appreciative and thankful, but it doesn't keep anything. You also hit the cap of, you can only write $25 off. So if you're doing 10, 20, 50, 100 closings a year, you're spending thousands on closing gifts, you can only write $25 off per gift. That's what the IRS allows you to do. So I built these for agents in my office that I'm super appreciative to Anna and Amy for letting me come out and talk to you, because I wanted to expand it out, where you can give this cutting board. They're made of high quality hardwood. They'll last 3 to 5 years if you do nothing. If you maintain it and oil it, it'll actually last up to 7 or 8. Washing, don't put it in the dishwasher, but everything's stainless steel, super nice. And most importantly, it's got your client's name on it. I can put whatever you want, it's laser engraved, and it's got your logo. Like this board, I usually put it on the front, but we can put it wherever. For us as agents, the logo is super important because it takes it from a gift deduction to a marketing expense. So now you can write off 100%. And when they're going to sell their house in 3 to 5 years, it's sitting there on the kitchen. They're gonna keep it because they're high quality. They're not the cheap ones. I've ordered the cheap ones just to see what my competition's doing. I've talked to a lot of other agents, and 90% of them are finding their gifts get either tossed or thrown away, or used once and passed. So these are, I love these. I'm obviously super passionate about it. If you're ordering them individually, it's $129. They're made out of my garage. You're supporting a small business. It's $129 plus Parker tax. I think it's like $132. If you do them individually, I usually have them on hand. It takes 2 to 3 days, so just let me know with your closing. I no longer put closing dates on it because yeah, Ricky knows. Yeah, I used to do that. Ran through a couple of boards after closing got moved, so I no longer do that. But I can put the names, I can put the logo, I can put whatever you want on it. And if you help me plan, I'm set up like an assembly line. So I am super good and super cheap about super inexpensive about churning these out. So if you want to buy them individually, it's $129. I need at least 3 days notice. As long as I've got them on hand, I'd love as soon as you go under contract, just in case I don't, so I can make them. They do take some time. But if you buy it in bulk, they drop down, you get a 31% discount. It's $89. And then what we'll do is I just keep a spreadsheet, so you'll pay once in bulk. It lets me buy the wood in bulk and make them in bulk, so it makes everything cheaper for everyone. And I keep a spreadsheet. You just have to send me a text at least, again, preferably when you go under contract, but at least 3 days notice, just in case I'm on vacation. And I will bring it to you at your office or home, just like that. So it comes in a nice box. You can put stickers on it. I've got some agents and executives who put their own sticker on the top. But again, the big piece is just that logo, so you can write the whole thing off. So I'd love if you consider me for your next closing. I'm gonna leave this here, if that's okay. Sure. Okay, I'll leave this here with you. And the flyer has all my info. And then it also, if you guys have any questions about KWYP, or if you've got any other agents, I'd love to come back next time to talk about that too. But thank you so much. We've got Chick-fil-A in the next room when the meeting's over, so lunch is on me today. And I think I did just enough. So thanks, guys.
Bonnie, as a special birthday present, do you want to draw the winner?
So,
Bonnie,
can we
you
get one for
can
the
do
game,
it.
because I have all these tickets that are already in the bucket.
Guys, you want to do a quick game?
Or
Yeah.
or my
Well,
girl ticket doesn't count.
I'll
because
take all those tickets.
Just keep
Speed
drawing.
things up.
Yeah, I picked up the deal.
Yeah, just keep
Okay, yeah. And then if we want to, for fun, do another game for lunch, we totally can. I love games.
All right. The ticket is 528-177.
No, I usually take that one.
5 to what?
528-177. All right, what was it? 528-177.
177, that's the last number,
I don't know, it might be right here in front of me.
Here, why don't I take this since you're drawing?
Well, it doesn't matter, because like already broke
Five
out,
to
because it was taking so long.
177 is in front of us, yeah. Okay.
All right.
So you're saying there's a cheat.
528-119.
That shouldn't be.
Me!
in front of us. Congratulations.
Yay.
We have a couple of options for the game, so you can pick what works for you. I believe we have four tickets.
Wow. So Patrick could go.
Just remember who your best friend is. That's awesome, congrats.
Thank you for the
Thank
game.
you,
Lots of
guys.
fun.
Thank you. Have a good afternoon. Enjoy your lunch. In fact, if you want to grab your lunch and bring it back in here, we can have some more conversation. We can do a little masterminding or talk a little bit more about the market. Any of those pieces. So grab your lunch and bring it back in here.
Want to come to my office?
Sure.
And to answer, and I'm sorry. Tamara, so I normally don't, I do this for other.
That's super fun.
But,
I feel like there was a bag of them.
Because I wanna get the nice.
I use those, yeah.
So no, it's almost all of them are set up like this,
Thank you.
where it's lighter where the
Okay.
no separation and then darker strips here. Or like fancier colors. I just picked, I picked the worst one, because it engraves better on the lighter, so I normally don't like engraving on the yellow.
Let me know, you know?
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely, and congratulations on your first system.
Oh, thanks.
That's awesome.
I know.
Absolutely.